You're listening to The Kelly Slusher Show with your host, Kelly Slusher.
Oh my god, I just had the most amazing experience. Coffee yoga is the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. And oh my gosh, I don't have time to go get coffee sometimes in the morning because I also go to my yoga class. And lo and behold, there's this new thing called coffee yoga and I just couldn't believe it. People still piling in, so I went and I had another shot and then another shot and another shot and then I was so awake, I was so ready to do my poses. I was so ready. So I went to go do some stretches so I can get ready to do my stretches. And I was sitting there and my heart starts racing. I started racing really, really, really quickly and I said, "Oh, teacher, my heart is racing. I think I'm having a panic attack." And she's like, no, that's just your heart chakra. You're just having a spiritual awakening. And so after that, she said that I felt better. And then I had some more coffee. The whole thing is only about 5 minutes because you don't really need that much time. That's the whole point of the coffee yoga thing. You don't need a lot of time, you don't need, you can reach spiritual enlightenment in 5 minutes. It's really, really quick because they have shots of espresso that are just specifically for awakening your kundalini. It's kind of do you not have time for spiritual enlightenment? Do you not have time to do things to take time out? No, we were busy. I was feeling so good, but I started to crash a little and I just yelled at caramel mocha latte. And I went back into my mountain coat.
All right. Hello, you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. That was coffee yoga. And I decided to start out with that because I had promised you in the previous episode that I would have coffee yoga played on this podcast. And it's the first time I've played any kind of sketches that I've done because I wasn't quite sure how the audio would sound without the visuals. But I'm going to have to do things like that because I have so many sketch comedy videos that I want to share with. I want to be able to share via podcast. But when this turns into a video podcast, I think that it's going to be, of course, it's going to be much easier. And I'll be making more sketches as I go along as well. So coffee yoga was inspired by the idea that there were so many different types of yoga popping up at one point. I think maybe it's still going, but I remember there was goat yoga, beer yoga. Those are the two things that are popping up in my head right now. And the idea was I was exercising and I was drinking coffee. And at that time I was really drinking more coffee than I drink now. And I've had to kind of relax a little bit about coffee, but I was working a lot and I was super busy and, oh no, I'm tired. I want to go for a run. I want to exercise. And so the idea came to me thinking, what if somebody, what if there were they did coffee yoga? And if they did coffee yoga, that was a choice. What would that be like? And also thinking about there are people who probably do drink coffee before they do yoga because it's, everyone drinks coffee. And it's funny because when I made that skit, a friend did reach out and say, "Oh my gosh, yes, I totally do that." And so I'm like, she goes, "That's me." But so the idea of incorporating, what would a coffee yoga experience be like? And it just to me, it became really funny. And it was so fun to incorporate the two because they're so different. You don't, yoga and coffee are literally two opposite things because you've got one supposed to relax you. And I mean, yoga can be invigorating, I'm sure, but you're more going into that deep meditative thing and, connecting. And coffee is literally amping you up to face the world or to do your thing, to get you going. And the other thing is, I would imagine yoga would have more of the aspects of maybe looking at yourself in maybe deeper reflection, where coffee is kind of the opposite, is more go, you're being more extroverted. Maybe if you drink a lot of it, maybe you're not really, sitting there in meditation. And so I thought that was kind of a funny contradiction because that's comedy. It's contradictions, right? That's what makes it so funny, is things that don't belong together. But the more I started writing it, the more funnier it got to me and the more interesting it was becoming because I was how do you do that? Because your heart starts racing. And so that's my favorite part. The heart starts racing. Oh, you're just having a spiritual awakening. So anyway, that was so fun. But I actually think I'm going to probably end up redoing that skit an even better way. Maybe I can have other people involved because I thought in the beginning, I really wanted to be able to kind of show a yoga studio and this woman coming in and she's all frantic and everyone else is and then, but then it was like encouraged to keep taking these shots of espresso, and then you're supposed to get like really amped up. But that's the imaginary world that I like to live in, you know, all these what ifs. Anyway, so okay, so many years ago I had this whole album of Meeka Napkin songs, and Meeka Napkin is a character that I do, and she's this socially awkward. She's one of my first characters. I've been doing her for years. You can see some of that up on YouTube. Meeka Napkins is her name, and she wears these glasses and it's this really messed up wig. I still wear it, and it keeps getting worse every time I put it on. And but man, in 2014 I just did Meeka Napkins. I was just Meeka Napkinsing it out. I lived in Portland, and then I also had Debbie Nancy, and I would have them together doing interviews, and just because Debbie Nancy character, she's that type A personality. She got talks like this, you know. And then Meeka Napkins is like, hey guys, you know, my name is Meeka Napkins, and, you know, I've been working, and my mom's really annoying. Because the thing is, she lives with her mom in a trailer, and my location keeps changing, and so I keep moving her location to whatever area I'm living in that I find funny. And when it, you know, so like areas where not ideal that you'd want to live. And so I now will probably have her, I got to figure out where she's going to be technically living with her mom. So anyway, so Meeka Napkins, one time I had a keyboard. I was somewhere, I had some keyboard. I probably still have it. And you know how they have the settings for, if you've ever played with a keyboard, where you can just press the songs and they'll be like jazz, they'll be rock, and then there'll be like these sample songs. Well, I was able to record spontaneously, all improv, about 9 of these songs using a keyboard. And so let's listen to one of them, but there's the subject matter, I think it's funny. So let's listen to one of them.
Yeah. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. It's my Friday, Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Friday, and Wednesday, Friday. I only go to work one day a week. Only go to work on Fridays. It's my Friday, and not my Monday, Friday. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday.
So the idea of Monday, Friday is somebody that only works one day a week. So you would say like you go in on Monday and that's your only day that you work, but it's like your Monday, Friday. You're like, it's my Monday, Friday. It's my Friday. But you only won't go to one. So you're only going to work one day a week. So if it's Thursday, yeah, it's my Thursday, Friday. It's my Friday. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's my Friday. But it's still my Monday. So it only applies if you only work one day a week. So, but see, if you work on Wednesday, it's your Wednesday, Friday, but it's kind of your Monday too, because it's the beginning of your work week, but it's your Friday because it's the end of your work week. So anyway, I've sang a bunch of really silly stuff. One of them is about, oh my gosh. Wait, let me pick another one.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Don't tell my man that I got that purse on sale. He doesn't like when I spend my tips. Don't tell my man that I got that purse on sale. It looks really good with my new shoes, and my hair's looking good today. I don't wanna do anything more with it. I'm gonna walk away from the mirror. Walk away from the mirror. Tomorrow, break it down. I'm gonna get a perm!
So that one was inspired by thinking about Meeka's, like her imaginary reality if she had a boyfriend, and a lot of it, because she lives in an imaginary world. She's in love with this guy named Jimmy Biscuits, who I don't know. He works at some local place, and she's always like wanting to be with Jimmy Biscuits, and so she's got this imaginary world in her head. Like she lives in her imagination pretty much, and so this whole idea, that was complete improv. But don't tell my man that I got this purse on sale. He doesn't like it when I spend my tips. I just think, I don't know, I thought that was really funny. And then she's like all talking about her hair and she's going to get a perm. And then I had to kind of roll with the little demo song that was going. So I had to kind of like, break it down. So that was really funny. But there's actually I'm just going to, throughout these episodes, I'll throw in more of those songs one bit by bit because they're so entertaining. I think they're really funny. And I don't want to throw them all on one episode. But anyway, we'll keep going with that. But yeah, Meeka Napkins, she is so fun. I don't know how well she would translate just in audio, because basically when you see what she looks like, she's so obnoxious and she's influenced by me being a 14-year-old, maybe like 12 to 14, in, like that awkward kind of, you're not quite an adult. You're not quite, you're not really a kid anymore. The world is new to you. You're kind of thinking you're a bit of an adult. You're feeling kind of sassy a little bit, maybe, but you're still a kid. Generally, you still have a lot of immaturity about you. So you're still dressing kind of like a kid. It's like before you start dating, which I think dating and all that stuff, it just ruins everything for everybody. Everybody gets all weird and serious. I love that in-between stage where you're kind of like, I still wasn't really attracted or wanted a boyfriend or never cared about boys, and then after that, you just kind of change and start caring about what you look like. But I really like that in-between stage of just being like, yeah, I've got a puffy shirt on that has a teddy bear on. I don't care. I look good, I don't care about being sexy, it doesn't even like register, I'm a dork. At least that's how it was for me when I was that age. I was just like totally in my own world of just imagination and not really caring about anything like that. So, and the other thing I wanted to follow up on was last week, I think it was last episode or the episode before, I talked about the time I went to Olive Garden and I didn't tell the person when to stop grating the cheese. I'm like, would you like some cheese? And I didn't know to say stop. So I ended up going there a couple nights ago because a friend had a gift certificate their mom bought for me as like a thank you gift. So here I am, once again, going to Olive Garden. Still not my favorite place in the world, but there I was. So it's over there, and the waiter was super friendly, super cool. Actually, should have told him about this podcast, but anyway, because he was talking about podcasts, and I was like, Anyway, he was super personable, and he had a really good personality. So he was really able to talk about stuff, which I appreciated, because a lot of times people have like the straight face of, they're not going to get to, tell you real stuff. So first off, when I went there the first time, they didn't have ice, and I would order iced tea. And I said to him, do you guys, and I was joking, really, I was like, I hope you have ice this time. And he's like, oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about. I know that exact day that happened, there was no ice. He goes, it was the hardest shift I had ever worked. I'm like, yeah, because I didn't care, but it would have been nice to have ice in my iced tea, but whatever, things happen. But I guess he had it was like one of his worst experiences, of not having ice. And then my friend was calling him Iceman. And then, so that was kind of interesting to just think about people. You know how people are, a lot of times, we all get impatient, but man, you really, oh my gosh, those are the stories. I want to just sit down with people in the food industry or waitresses or anybody and just tell me your best stories. In fact, that might be what I do, because you get the best stories, real life, from people who have to experience really working with the public. Because it's, okay, so then he comes out, he brings our dish, and he's got the little cheese grater, and I already had a bunch of cheese. I didn't want any more. But I told him, I was like, hey, the funny thing, because he was so fun to talk to, I was like, it's funny because the first time someone brought the cheese thing out, I didn't know to tell him to stop. And he goes, oh yeah, you gotta, and I said, I feel like I just got so much. He's like, no. He goes, I will come out with the cheese grater and I'll have the chunk of cheese. I don't know what kind of, it's like some kind of fancy Parmesan, but I'm sure it's beyond Parmesan. I don't know my cheeses, but he's like, oh, it's like a cheese you can't get anywhere, which I'm sure you could get at the specialty cheese shop. So it's kind of expensive. And anyway, he said that there's some people that will look at the cheese in the cheese grater and say, you're going to have to get more. So basically, he will be grinding the cheese, and he says he'll run out. Like, it's so much cheese, it piles up, and he's not kidding. And he'll keep going and going and going and going and going. Nope, more. And then he has to go to the kitchen, and he has to go, and he can't say no. He goes back and he grabs more of the cheese to stick in the little grinder. And then he keeps going and keeps going. And he says, no, it's like 2, maybe more. I don't know. So the pile of cheese, by the time he's done, is probably as much as the entree, if not more. Can you believe that? That's an actual thing. My story of thinking, oh, I was a cheese hog because I didn't know when to tell him to stop, and they put a little bit more. I thought it was a lot of cheese on my entree. But there are people that literally want so much cheese at Olive Garden that they pile it on and keep going. And the servers don't say no. They'll keep, I don't know how many of those little cubes they go through, but to imagine that's ridiculous. That makes me want to do a comedy skit. Whole table is just a big pile of cheese. Like, okay, we're good. I understand liking cheese, but why don't you just order cheese? Like, what? There's just, after a while, there's no point. If you put too much cheese on something, it's too much cheese, Like, it's way too much. Like, you don't even taste your entree. You don't even taste anything but cheese. It completely cancels out anything you've just ordered. Like, you basically are going there just for the cheese. I'm coming for the cheese. Yes, table for 2 for some cheese. Cheese. What can I get for you? Cheese. What are you, a bunch of mice? It's not funny. So that's a thing. People actually are cheesing it up like that.
Jam. I'm jam. I'm jam. J-A-M. Jam. Jam. B-A-M-J-A-M. Take me out on the sidewalk. Jam. I'm jam. Be my man. Because I'm jam.
Okay, that was a joke song that I made, Jan, and I lowered my voice, and I thought it was really silly, and I put it up on SoundCloud one time under some fake band name, and I was just kind of joking around, and it got a lot of plays, and people were liking it, and I don't remember what I did. I might have ended up taking it down because I was like, wait, no, that's not an artist that I am, and I should have, because it was definitely a joke, so I'm like, man, maybe I should just make joke songs, because people liked it, and I thought it was I made it to be a song that's, kind of as in the perfect style of what I like to do, be kind of ridiculous. Oh, but people like it for real. Like, someone even commented, and I'm like, how do you like that song? I'm Jan. J-A-N. Jan. What? Really? Maybe her name was Jan. I don't know. But it's obviously like really the samples. I've got lame samples, on purpose. I use some of these dumb loops and stuff, but I have some serious stuff I like too, and like some serious loops that I like, but I definitely have a catalog of some really silly sounding loops and stuff. So anyway, whatever. Okay, people, that's what you want. I'll give you more Jan. And I really didn't mean anything by that. No offense to you, to people who really like Jan. You know, I was thinking about picky plants. Plants that are picky. You know, you read the thing, okay, what does this plant need? What's its particular needs? It's like, oh, it can't be in the sun, direct sun, needs to be in the shade, but it needs some sun. It can't have too many, you know, it needs this and that. It's usually the shade sun thing, or can't have this temperature. And I'm like thinking, boy, a picky plant. Because the thing is, they're at your mercy. You better hope whoever takes you home and invests in your little plant life that they're okay with the pickiness that you're just being really too picky right now. Someone gifted me 3 of these plants, and I can't think of the name, but they're these flowers, and they were so beautiful when I got them, and I brought them home, and now the flowers are turning brown, and I'm doing what they said. I probably need to transplant them, but I'm literally in the middle of moving, and I didn't want to do that yet, so I'm hoping they hold on and they bloom again. But you never know what you're going to get when you're, you know, at the store and you're like, ooh, this looks good. But picky plants. Plants can't be picky because they're at your mercy. No, I don't like that. No. Oh, if you don't water me, I'll die. But yeah, I'm going to be picky. I can see someone getting all offended over that. Like, come on, we have to pick on the plants. I love plants. That's an offensive joke. How dare you pick on the plants? Hey, do you think there's anyone else that's ever made a joke about a plant? Doubt it. I doubt it. Oh, the hydrangeas. Oh, what about the cactus? Oh, what about the ferns? What do you ever think about them? No. When you wake up in the morning, do you say good morning to your plants? I doubt it. Making jokes about plants. What are you, some second-rate comedian? I'm second best. Have you ever thought about how weird the word 12 is? Twelve. 12. It's 12. No, we just say it. We don't think about what a weird word. 12. 12. 12. It's 12. 12 o'clock. Actually, maybe it's 12 o'clock. Speaking of 12 o'clock, actually, this has nothing to do with 12 o'clock, but it's a great transition to say, speaking of 12 o'clock, I thought of something which this makes me laugh every time I think about it. My brother, I have a younger brother, Cody Slusher. He is probably one of the most hilarious people. He's so funny. I'm trying to get him to do more comedy with me because he's so funny. Anyway, he had this car when he was in high school, and it would smoke really bad. It was probably I'm imagining it was like some kind of one of those neon cars. What were they, neon? I can't remember the name. Something neons. Anyway, they were just like the crappiest. They were like the worst cars. Anyway, he had this car that was it would smoke. Like if you would stop, it would just start smoking. And he decided he was going to go through the drive-thru, so he orders his food, and it's just smoking the whole time. By the time he gets to the window, there's so much smoke in the in the drive-thru. And the guy opens the window to get the money, and my brother's just like having to like, oh, sorry. Oh, how much? $2.14. Here you go. You know, and it's just imagining this car in the drive-thru, and it's just like the whole thing is just smoking. And then he has to pull up to the next window and get his food, and it just had to like wave all the smoke away to like even see. It was so much smoke he couldn't even see the window. It wasn't like a little bit of smoke; it was so much smoke. And he like finally got his food and he left. But gosh, so funny. My bro's so funny.
Lose 25 pounds in 25 minutes. That's right, 25 pounds. I'm here to tell you about this amazing weight loss program. I'm skinnier than I was 5 minutes ago. I'm excited about what I would look like in 15 minutes. Boy, does it work. Last minute high school reunion? If you've gained more weight than you thought you would after high school, no worries. This new innovative product will really work. That's right, lose 25 pounds in 25 minutes. Call now. Just listen to what people are saying about this amazing weight loss program. Oh, I love it. It's one of the best things that I've ever done for myself. Oh, I just love this product. Every time I look in the mirror now, I look like a pencil. You can't even see me. I'm as thin as a pencil. Do you have sandy, summery, beachy dreams of being as skinny as a curtain rod? If you're like all the other millions of girls and baby mamas, millions of American All you need to do is take this simple program and lose 25 pounds in 25 minutes. That's 1 pound a minute.
Oh, I love that one. That's one of my favorite skits that I did. Call it a skit, fake commercials, because I think commercials have so much room for comedy because it's so funny. I think it's also just like the repetitiveness, you watch TV and it's like, and every 7 minutes it seems like more commercials come on for 10 minutes, whatever it is, that they really get you on those commercials. I mean, they play a lot of commercials on at least like the cable, but it's like one thing after the other, and there's never, for me, I don't think I ever go, oh, whoa, because that's me. Maybe most people, and they must work because they wouldn't have so many commercials, and I understand it pays for the show, but I almost seems like it's now even more than ever. Anyway, I find commercials to be super entertaining, like funny, and there's like so many things you can do with them. And but anywho, I gotta go. I gotta leave now. It's time for the show. Let's do a song. I'm gonna do an outro for you now. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl. Oh, what's the rest of that one? Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl. Then it goes, oh gosh, I can't remember it. So that is from Looney Tunes. When there is a frog, you got to see that. It's the best. There's a frog in a little box, and they take it. Oh, I won't spoil it for you. But a guy finds it, and he opens it up. And the frog starts singing, hello, my baby, hello, my darling, hello, my ragtime girl. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then I'll be left alone. Oh, baby, on the telephone. I don't remember how it goes. It's so good. And then he performs. He's like this little frog. Some people know about this, some people don't, because I brought this up, and that's why I'm acting like you probably don't know, because most people tell me, no, I don't know, no, I don't know that. Anyway, so he's like, oh, I got this idea, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be so rich, and I'm gonna have all of my dreams come true, because I found a singing frog. So then he takes it to some place where there's a bunch of people and it's a crowd and everyone's excited to see this, and he opens the box and there sits a frog, just sitting there like a frog, and he goes, meow. And the guy's like, it's without words. I mean, I don't remember him saying sing, but you knew it wasn't, kind of brilliant because you knew what they were implying. So then, the crowd's all mad at him, and then he goes and opens the box again, and he's singing another show tunes song, and then the guy gets really mad, and he closes the box and he throws it back where he found it. So man. Okay, now it's time for me to really wrap this up and end it, because now it's at 31 after the moment. What time is it? It's about 31 after, 35, 50, it's 31:54 after, you count the seconds. What time is it exactly? 31:59, 60, 1, 2. You could never do it right, because it's always changes in that moment. Anyway, hello my baby, hello my darling. Goodbye, my baby. Goodbye, my darling. Hello. That's the longest farewell I think I'm probably ever going to do. Maybe not. You never know. Okay, bye, you guys.